Welcome back to the FabuPRO online course. Today we are going to be creating a Frisky Wispy set, and this means that we are moving on to the last phase of the course. We are going to be showing you the designs that we create here at the salon. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click that notification button, and make sure to like our videos. Enjoy the video! As always, I will start by disinfecting my hands as you are working with the eye area, as well as placing your hands on the guest's face. This is a requirement, not a choice. As always, remember that. Now we are going to start by applying the gel pads, and I am starting from the outer corner since the top and the bottom natural lashes meet. I will slide the gel pad to separate them, completely isolating the bottom lashes. That way we are not applying extensions on the bottom lashes. Since the eyes are closed, you really can't tell which natural eyelash is from the top or the bottom. That is why it is very important to isolate properly. If you do not isolate properly, this can cause the bottom and top lashes to be extremely stuck, and the guest will not be able to open up their eyes. For more information about taping and isolating the bottom lashes, we will leave a link for that in the description box below. Today we will be doing a Frisky Wispy set, and this is basically when the individual extension is longer than the volume extension. For example, we will be using a 14mm as the longest individual extension, and for that same block, the other extension, which is a volume, will be in the size 12mm, which is 2 sizes shorter than the individual. Okay, so let's begin. I will start by taping my crystal down to avoid any spills, and I will also be picking up the extensions I will be using for the set. This is the individual mixed tray in C curl 0.15, and I will be using these sizes 14, 13, 12, and 11. And the 3D single length trays in 0.10, D curl sizes 12, 11, and 10. Lots of you have been asking if we can mix C and D curl, and well, the answer is yes. That is what I will be doing today. Now I will be picking up the 2-in-1 cleanser and thoroughly cleaning her natural lashes. Please be very gentle. You do not want to pull any of the natural lashes. And remember, if 1 or 2 come off, there is no need to freak out. Sometimes they are just ready to come off. So as long as you are being very gentle, it is okay. So now I'm going to start out by mapping out the style that we are going to be doing today, which is going to be fox eye. I'm going to measure right under her brow, and that is going to be the first block, which is going to be the longest one, 14. And then I am going to be creating another block on the outside and 3 more in the inner corner. It's pretty simple. I'm going to be using 14 as the longest, 13 in the outer corners, 13 right next to that 14, 12, and 11 for the individuals. And then we are going to do and then we're going to do 12, 11, and 10 as the volumes. And I am going to be using the 10s for the 2 blocks in the inner corner for the volumes. We are going to start off by applying a individual. The Frisky Wispies is like a hybrid. You are basically using 1 individual and 1 volume. 1 individual, 1 volume. Now, you have to kind of customize the set and pattern based on the natural lashes of your guest. It is not going to be exactly how, I'm telling you right now. It's not going to be exactly 1 volume and then 1 extension, 1 volume. It's not going to be following that exact pattern, but you want to make sure that you are as precise as possible with this set and how it goes. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but if you kind of follow the pattern and try to be as precise, it will come out just fine and it will look very beautiful as the end result. And right now I'm actually going through the extensions, and there's a little bit of a white residue from the paste. The guest might not have washed it off right away, and sometimes it sticks, but it kind of gets a little hard, so it's really easy to remove. So I took some off with the tweezers and then just grabbed a little bit of primer without touching the extensions that I had already put on, and I just cleaned them off. And right here in the corner, the natural lashes started sliding up, and I just noticed that. And honestly, if I kept them there, they would get stuck with the extensions that I am placing on the bottom. So I'm just trying to slide very carefully, slide the natural lashes right under the tape without hurting her or poking her or anything like that. And I managed to do that, and back to doing the eyelash extensions. Doing eyelash extensions is very easy once you get the hang of it. Honestly, you just have to keep practicing and do the best that you can. And now we are going to start applying the volumes right next to the individuals. I find that it's easier to start applying a couple of individuals first, let them kind of dry, and then put the volumes right next to the individuals, and keep going like that. Keep that pattern. That way the extensions are drying and they are not getting stuck to each other. And as usual, once you start doing the eyelash extensions, you just want to make sure that you do the same thing for the other eye, trying to make them look as even as possible, and just keep lashing. You can also brush in between doing extensions, and this will help you kind of figure out if there's any extensions that are stuck. So if the brush gets stuck, that means that you need to go and fix one of the extensions. They're either stuck or something needs to get fixed. I know that a lot of you have been asking how to get better and how to do the corners and outer corners. Honestly, the only thing that is going to help you is practice. Practice, practice, practice. at the beginning, doing inner corners and outer corners was very, very difficult for me. But as time passed, it became easier because I was practicing every single day. And right here you can see this lash, natural lash, actually looks very thick. And most lashes do not look like that. If you notice that a lash looks thicker than the other, it's probably because there's two of them stuck together. So you want to make sure that you kind of slide them around and separate them so that you're not sticking one extension to two natural lashes. You also want to make sure that you are kind of going through each and every extension and natural lash, making sure that there's nothing stuck, and separating the extensions or lashes that are stuck, because you want to avoid any irritations once the guest is home. And you just never know, once the lashes start growing, it's going to start bothering them, and you really want to avoid that. I've also been getting lots of questions about putting extensions on the very tiny lashes. I just applied a extension on one of the very tiny lashes. I think that if it holds it, it will stay. You will notice right away if this natural lash is capable of holding a extension. Now, I do recommend that sometimes in the inner corner there is very, very tiny little lashes that you just probably can't even get extensions on there in the inner corner, they do get very thin and they will start flipping around and get into the eyes. So with the inner corner, it's much more difficult to put an extension on a very thin and tiny lash. So just be careful when you do that, because you don't want the extensions to be flipping around and kind of poking into the eyes. And as always, you just want to make sure that you do get every single lash. Like I said, there's always going to be like one or two very tiny ones that you might not be able to attach any extensions to, but other than that, they should always be very nice and full, completely full. That way, if the guest is coming back for a fill, you don't have to worry about having to fill the extensions for another 2 hours. A fill should only take 1 to 1.5 hours, especially with a guest like this, because they have so many lashes, but it should not take longer than 1.5 hours. And when you fill the natural lashes the way that you are supposed to, if you fill each and every one of them, it will not take you that long to fill the natural lashes when they come back for a fill. So that is why it is very important for you to fill them completely. As always, be sure to do the same for the other eye and try to make them as even as possible. And 1 hour later, you are going to go ahead, and once you are done, apply the activator, 1 drop of the activator to the micro brush and apply it right on top of the extensions. And this helps the glue dry faster and bond faster. I would still wait the 48 hours without getting them wet, but other than that, don't they look so nice and beautiful? They're very nice and full. This guest has so many lashes to fill. But I mean, that's a really good thing, because who doesn't want so many eyelash extensions? Now we are going to carefully remove the tape. Now we are going to carefully remove the tape, and we are all done.
Those are beautiful.
You do?
I do.
Hold on, let's see.
Oh, they're so pretty. They're definitely different, but I like love them so much. I love them.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and till next time. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so that you guys are notified whenever we post another video.